put a great show on in regards to, education and politics and just various things that are going on in the community and entertainment and such. And I know that puts you, to me, as a community activist as well. So are you out in the community and you're talking with people and, you're just trying to educate them on various resources that they can utilize and that type of thing?
Absolutely. When I think about anything that I'm involved in, Cheryl, Lola, Lucero, and I have to say Lola because, there's several people out there with my name, but, I pride myself with the work that I've done because I have been a community activist since the early 1970s. My family, the Lucero family, got involved in the civil rights Chicano movement during the 1970s, and it was at that time I was a teenager that I had that opportunity to participate in changes in the system within the civil rights educational health care system. Civil rights for people in all those various areas. And so I was a teenager working with my family, my parents, my mom and dad, my sister, my brothers, and we were working with organizations, the American Indian movement, the Black Panther movement. Of course, I went to school and graduated from Escuela Tlatelolco, which is still in existence. And the school was really one of the key instrumental in helping to provide us with our directions in terms of our cultural pride and education. So, so with that, what I did with that opportunity and then the mindset of staying involved in the community, I decided as I became an adult, and it just happened, it has happened for me, holistically, is that I have the mindset that I wanted to give back to the community. So I got involved in business development, economic development, and I was able to, and I'm able to intertwine that with community development. So as a result of that, I got involved designing training programs for emerging entrepreneurs here in Colorado, and I've been doing that since 1997.
Oh, wonderful.
So everything did start with me in the early 1970s, and I believe that, this is a life mission. It's something I really don't have any choice. It's something that I have to do. I live it and I breathe it.
Right. Well, that's awesome. And I am going to have you expound a little bit also, too, on your business. But before I do that, I want to give the ladies an opportunity to ask any questions that they may have for you as well. So we'll start with Kiba. Kiba, do you have any questions for Miss Cheryl? Oh, is Kiba still on the line with us?
I'm still here. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, you're fine.
I do. I have a few questions being a native from Colorado.
Hi, Kiba.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. So what's your question?
Being a native, you're a native, not myself, but you're a native from Colorado. Growing up in 5 Points, I moved out in Colorado. I moved out in Colorado in 99, the end of 99. And I just moved away from Colorado 2.5 weeks ago to Houston. And it seemed like it has expanded so much. What was it like when you were there? As a native.
That's really a great question, and I'm happy that we're talking about this because right now I'm actually with my sister. She's my only sister, Cheryl Lucero, and we were just talking, and it's really a core part of our conversation. We are talking about how our communities here in Colorado are changing so rapidly due to gentrification, and we did grow up in East Denver. We were right there in the 5 Points, right smack in the middle of, right there on Welton on 28th. We lived on 28th in Glen with our grandmother. So we hung out in the 5 Points, and one of the places that I recall us hanging out with, I don't know if you remember Salmon's Records.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Sounds Records, and we, my brother, as we grew up, my brother worked at Curtis Park, but we took the park over during the 70s, during the civil rights movement, and we renamed the park to Mestizo Park. But your question is, how has it changed?
Yes, I mean, it has. How was it? Too, it's like when I moved out there, it was not much in Green Valley, and now it has expanded tremendously out there. And 5 Points itself, how has that changed from?
Well,
then?
yeah, because it's right. Well, I just told my sister, we just had a conversation. We were in North Denver having lunch, and that's where my family resides now. And the community is constantly changing. We have a lot of growth because of various new industries, here in Colorado, and change is inevitable. We need to have change because change, it makes everything, improves your neighborhood, positive change. One thing that I noticed, and I'm not saying it's wrong, but growth is important. Community development is important, but not if it's at the expense of pushing the natives out,
right.
The original people out, and that's what we see. That's what we see happening. So, I think this is really a fitting question because we just had this conversation. So, what we've witnessed is, I love entrepreneurship. I love small business. These new communities, building new businesses. That's important, but we have to make sure, we have to ensure that we have our people, the native people, our communities, they have to stay, it has to really remain, to me, and this is why I do the work I do through my business, we have to make sure that we're creating and sustaining viable financial businesses. So the growth, we've witnessed that, we witness it all the time, but we have to make sure that we're teaching our kids about entrepreneurship, and that we're teaching them how to stay in the community, how to become homeowners, business leaders. And then you have, a mixed blend of it. You can't just be one-sided, it has to be a nice balance.
Right.
The diversity. Mm-hmm.
Right. And TJ, did you have any questions for Ms. Cheryl? I know we got to get ready to wrap it up here in a couple minutes.
I actually wanted her to expand more on her training programs that she has. I see you've trained over 2,000 people in your career.
Right.
So what are some of the training programs that you offer to people?
Yes. Oh, thank you so much. Now we're talking my language. I love entrepreneurship. I mean, I literally live it and breathe it. I always say living the life of an entrepreneur is like living la vida loca because it's real. And, you have your joys and you have your trials and tribulations. Mm-hmm. But I've trained well over 2,000 people here in the Colorado community to, the goal is always to teach them how to develop a written business plan versus developing a business. You really need to have a written plan of action, so it includes your strategies, your techniques, your marketing. It's just a very broad overview of what I deliver. And so my classes, I offer them all around the city. I've offered them at Emily Griffith Technical College, the Rodolfo Corky Gonzalez Library, NewsEd. Now I'll have it at my office at the Zone it's called the Zone Business District on Santa Fe Drive. But I pretty much say wherever I lay my hat is my home. I can deliver a class in the middle of a desert if need be. If someone wants to start a business and they need access to the education, the resources, the tools, I possess that because of my experience. And again, I've been an entrepreneur since 1997, and I firmly believe entrepreneurship it's not something that's ever going to go away because we'll always be starting businesses. And so the idea, an opportunity to train and consult and help someone create a viable opportunity is very, very important to me.
Oh, absolutely.
Very.
Yes. Now, Ms. Cheryl, real quick,
yes.
Can you give the listeners your contact information? This has been some very useful information, I'm sure, for somebody out there. So we want people to be able to get in contact with you.
Absolutely. Okay, so I'm going to encourage everyone to please take a minute to go to the American Indian Reporter Air, our Facebook page, and check it out. And you can check out what our radio show is about, because the American Indian Reporter is really a component of what I do in terms of my marketing, public relations, communications. So it's a component of my business. And so you can go to the American Indian Reporter. You can find me there. I have a personal page, Cheryl Lola Lucero. And if you're interested in taking my class, you need help starting to growing your business, I have one of the finest training teams in Denver, in Colorado. My contact number is 720-299-5268. Again, it's 720-299-5268. And you can also find me at Cheryl, my first name, Lucero, altogether, biz@gmail.com. That's a lot of information. So thank you. Thanks so much.
Yes, thank you, Miss Cheryl, for that information. Thank you so much for joining us on Tea Time today. We truly enjoyed you. And again, you all can catch Cheryl and Jared Rains on the American Indian Reporter every Wednesday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. right here on Jammin' KZKO, the Vibe Radio Network. We, again, appreciate you so much, Miss Cheryl, and you keep doing the fine job that you're doing, ma'am.
And Miss Cheryl, I must interject.
We love you, Sean, and
we love you too.
Everyone for all the support, the KZKO Familia, and thank you, our queen, for inviting me and the ladies to be a guest on your show.
Yes, you're welcome, and thank you for joining us. And you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Take care, dear heart.
Thank you. Talk to you. See you on Wednesday.
Okay.
I'll see you on Wednesday.
Bye-bye. All right. Again, that was Miss Cheryl Lucero, our special guest here on Tea Time today. That was some awesome information that she gave us. So, again, if you want to get in contact with her, her business is Lucero Small Business Services, and her email address is Cheryl Lucero, biz@gmail.com, and her contact number is 720-299-5269. And we thank you all so much for hanging out with us today. Kiba, girl.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome, ma'am. And again, we miss you, and we know that you're having an awesome time down there in Texas, and we're going to try to get down there as soon as we can.
Yes, we are.
All right, so you all can also catch us on every second and fourth Sunday here on Sunday Jazz Brunch with DJ Smooth and Ms. Wallace. You can also hit us up on our Facebook page, Tea Time on Sunday Jazz Brunch, or you can also call us if you want to leave us a message, anything that you want us to discuss or anything you want to talk about or any questions you might have. Our number is 720-507-SIPS. That's 720-507-1747. And we will see you guys. Our next show is going to be August 28th. We're going to be doing a part 3 of We the People with the Panther Party and with the Queens of the Panther Party, and also the community activist who is a part of the organization with the Panther Party, and other guests as well. So you all be sure to tune in, and we're going to turn things back over to DJ Smooth. Thank you, sir.
All right, ladies, as always, I enjoy having y'all in here. Kiba, I love you. I miss you, baby. We will be down there soon. All right, and TJ?
Yes?
You know I love you, God.
Love you too, bro.
Do you want to say anything, Lily?
And Lily, I need you to say something to somebody now. You know what I'm saying?
This
I
is
got your
TJ's
mic
youngest
all queued
daughter.
up.
He's hanging out in the studio.
So come on and say something to somebody, baby.
What am I supposed to say?
Whatever you want to say, baby. You say what you
Give a
want
shout
to
out
say.
or something, huh?
I'm trying to say that I'm hungry and I want some food.
There we go. Guess we're going to get something to eat.
All right. Then there you have it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the ladies of Tea Time. And we're going to go ahead and get back to another smooth set. But in the interim, I'm going to let this song play out. I love this. closer to my dreams. That's their intro music.